When the girl opens the door and sees, she gets shocked and says, "Akshay, what are you doing here in my bedroom, that too on my bed?" The boy replies, "The same thing that should be done in the bedroom." But her husband is secretly listening to everything. The girl says, "What nonsense are you talking? You know very well that I am your friend's wife. Still, you are talking to me like this?" The boy says, "Yes, I know. That's why I'm telling you. A friend's house is my house. A friend's car is my car. And a friend's wife is my wife. By the way, Rustam has gone out for work for a week." The girl says, "You have such bad thoughts. I never thought that Rustam's friend would turn out like this. I used to think you were such a nice person. But you are what do in your own friend's back." The boy says, "Okay, tell me one thing. What does Rustam have? Neither as much money as I have, nor as big a house as I have. And he works in my company as a small employee. Think about it. If you live with me, you will always be happy." The girl replies, "My husband is very good, even if he doesn't have money. But he loves me a lot and respects me a lot. And what did you think? That I would betray my husband for some money? Never. Take this misunderstanding out of your mind." The boy says, "You'll have to accept it, because if you don't, I'll kick Rustam out of his job. You know there's no one behind me, but you can be the sole owner of all my property." The girl says, "Look, I've heard enough of your nonsense. Will you leave, or should I call Rustam?" The boy says, "Okay, go and tell him. This will be a loss for both of you." The girl says, "Don't tell me what's right and what's wrong for me. Even if you fire Rustam from his job, I will stand by him in every situation." The boy turns to the girl's husband and says, "Wow, Rustam, really? Your wife is very loyal." The girl gets shocked seeing him, and her husband says, "Yes, brother, you're right. My wife is 1 in a million." The girl says, "1 minute, what's going on here?" Her husband says, "What should I do? I love you so much. You know I always stay out of work. I had a doubt in my mind. Would you betray me behind my back?" The girl angrily says, "Okay, I got it. So you two were taking my loyalty test together? Rustam, it's been 2 years since we got married. And still, you don't trust me?" The boy says, "No, Rupa, it's not like that. I trust you, and I know that you love me a lot." The girl says angrily, "Leave my hand. You also turned out like other men who don't have faith in their wives. I used to love you so much, but with all this, I came to know that you don't trust me at all. That's why you were taking this loyalty test." The husband says, "Rupa, it's not like that. I know you love me a lot, but you know about the current situation. And he was the one who asked me to take the loyalty test. I was saying no to him." Rustam's friend says, "It's not Rustam's fault. I had asked him to take the loyalty test of his wife. He stays out for work most of the time. I wanted to see whether you are loyal to Rustam or not. But today, I came to know how much you love Rustam." Rustam says, "Okay, sorry. I will never do this again. I know that you love me a lot. No matter how much wealth you get in the world, you will never let me down. I had told him that my wife is very loyal and loves me a lot, but I couldn't believe it. But today, you proved it." The girl says, "I will forgive you on one condition. Promise me that you will never do this again." Rustam says, "I promise. I will never do this again." Then both of them happily hug each other, and his friend also feels happy for the girl. A like is deserved for such a loyal wife.